Hello y'all, this is Jessica from Dominance Dix YouTube channel. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome here. Anyways, let's get into it. On today's video, we're going to be going over this character here from the video game called Dead by Daylight. It is a horror video game, and this is the person's account that I play on Steam and other stuff. Anyways, this character is prestige to a level 4. And that's what she looks like on the character mount when she is checked marked off. And let's go ahead and get into it and read her bio together. The Spirit. The Spirit, Rin, was the only child of the Yamokioki family. She was raised in the dusty halls of a traditional house in Kawawa. She studied education at Takasamakosiki, a private university which weighed heavily on her family's shaky finances. Her mother got ill that year and the bills started piling up. Rin worked part-time in a futile attempt to help lighten the load. Her father faced a debt that grew without end. He started working double shifts in hopes of obtaining a promotion. That's when he started losing sleep. A dark whisper would keep him awake all night, reminded him of his hopeless situation. Exhausted, he started to lose grasp of reality. Fighting to deny what the voice whispered at night, Rin's father made a desperate move. He met with his superior and explained his situation. He begged for a bonus, an advance, time off, anything. His request was denied. The company had launched a defective production line that was costing them dearly. Someone had to be held accountable, and Rin's father fitted the bill perfectly. He was fired after 22 years of service. That evening, Rin came home from work. She'd stayed late to entertain customers that lingered at the restaurant. As she parked her bike in the shed, she heard her mother's scream from the house. She rushed in, climbing the stairs to her parents' room. There, she found bits and pieces of her mother on the floor. Her limbs were clean cut, tangled up in an unnatural position. Her breasts were sliced up, revealing the rib cage, which was crackled open. Rin gagged. A sharp katana came crashing down. Rin blocked the blade, which bit into her bare forearm. The shock of recognition interrupted her pain. Her father was wielding the katana with a stonk expression. She cried out to make him stop, but he slashed her arm again. She rushed off and slid on the blood-smeared floor, using the door frame as support. She raised herself up. The katana ripped through the wall, cleaving her other arm. She screamed in pain as she limped into the hallway, only to be met by her father's blade. She stepped back, trembling, as she held together the soft, loose flesh of her abdomen. Images of her mother's tangled limbs flashed before her eyes. Rin charged at her father, making him stumble back. He punched her torn abdomen, and she reclined in pain. As she struggled to get back up, she slashed her thigh, making her collapse on the floor. He slashed her thigh, making her collapse on the floor. As she crawled towards the stairs, he grabbed her hair and yanked her against a partition. The glass shattered on impact, and she fell through, landing on the floor down. She heard footsteps somewhere above her. Without effort, she moved, worming her way into a sea of broken glass. The shards gnawed at her, ripping her flesh. He had to be stopped. He would not get away with what he'd done to her, with what he'd done to her mother. Coughing up blood, her chin grazed the glass, adding to the bleeding. A low-pitched heartbeat started to ring in her ears. Her body felt so heavy she could no longer move. The ground shook with her father's footsteps. She knew she was not going to make it, but she no longer cared. Would make him pay in this life or the next. A dark fog slowly veiled her eyes, but it could not subdue her rage. She would not rest, not yet. The darkness whispered, promising blood and revenge. An oath was made, and Wren closed her eyes. So that's the bio, the backstory on the spirit. And that's what she looks like right now, the customizations I have her in. And like I said, that's the person's account that I play on. Now let's get into her perks about her. She's got Spirit Fury. It's in the purple, so it's very rare. Each pellet you break magnifies the wrath of the entity. After you break 2 pellets, the next time you are stunned by a pellet, the entity will instantly break the pellet. You still suffer from the stun effect penalty. Fury is her blood. Hex Haunted Ground. Very rare because it's in the purple. 2 trapped hex totems will spawn in the trial. With either one of the 2 trapped hex totems is cleansed by a survivor or all survivors from the exposed status effect for 60 seconds. The remaining trapped hex immediately becomes a dual totem. Exposed survivors will be downed by basic attacks even if uninjured. Her home became profane. Rancor, very rare because it's in the purple. You become obsessed with one survivor. Each time a generator is completed, your obsession sees your reward for 3 seconds. Each time a generator is completed, all survivors' locations are revealed to you for 3 seconds. Once the exit gates are powered, the obsession has the exposed status effect and you can kill them. The killer can only be obsessed with one survivor at a time. Exposed survivors will be downed by basic attacks even if uninjured. So now let's go into her customizations. I don't have nothing but what's checked, what she's wearing on this person's account because I don't know why it is, but on this game, for whatever reason, on the killer side, the customizations and everything for the killers cost more. But you don't have to use cash money for this killer, I don't think. I think you can use these things up here in the purple called iridescent shards to buy her, because she's a part of this game. She goes on with the franchise. Now let's look at her loadout. I have only played this spirit like one time, and I think she's like really hard to play, and I think she's really hard to play against, and I don't play killer that much. So anyways, this is what the owner of this account has the perks running on her, but they haven't played this account in quite some time. The only time they play this account and play this game or whatever is whenever they're streaming, and they haven't streamed in forever. Like I said, she is prestige to a level 4, and right now the Twisted Masquerade event is still going on. Let's look at her blood web together. Her blood web looks like that, and that's where she looks like on the map. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to y'all later. Thanks. Bye-bye.